Hey guys, it's Siobhan with The Kitty and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Siobhan. I'm a master holographic Usui Reiki practitioner, an intuitive tarot reader, spiritual seeker and teacher, and a starseed healer. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the energy that we're in right now, the energy moving forward, some significant dates and portal activations, as well as some intuitive channeled messages that I've been picking up on. So first off, it's the 31st today. We have experienced some peaks in the Schumann resonance. So the Schumann resonance on the 30th, so yesterday was high. It was about 69 hertz, I believe it peaked at, and then today it's hit a high of 65 hertz. So the Schumann resonance is usually at a base of 7.83. That's like the heartbeat of the earth. So to have it up this high, it is quite stimulating. It has been higher than this in the past, but this is the highest it's been in a little while yet. And so you may be experiencing increased irritability, increased sensitivity and emotional sensitivity, disorientation, spacey, brain fog, miscommunications, tired or feeling wired depending on where you're at in your cycle. But this Schumann resonance peak really disrupts our circadian rhythm, which is regulated by our pineal gland, and our endocrine system regulates the melatonin that we produce, which tells us when to sleep and when to wake up. So we're kind of all out of whack right now. I've been experiencing a lot of ear ringing, particularly in my right ear, which usually signifies to me that there is a higher activation coming in or higher information that we're tapping into or having access to at this time. So we also have the new moon today. It's the 31st. It's the super moon. It's a black moon in Leo. This is the second new moon of this month, depending on where you live. If it's appearing for you on August 1st, then it's still the second new moon of that month. So either way, it's two new moons in 1 month, and it's in Leo. So this is very much heart-centered energy. There's a clearing of karma that I've been talking about for a while now. If you've been watching any of my past videos and energy updates and tarot readings, there's been a lot of karmic clearing in the past month or so. Lots of endings and new beginnings. We're being reoriented in really, really big and physical, tangible ways. Particularly this black moon is going to bring a lot of manifestation and new creation ability. So be aware of what it is that you're tuning into, the frequency that you're emitting, and how you are relating to your reality. I've been seeing a lot of 999 and 911 around this super full moon, which very much indicates endings, new beginnings, and being put on the path of light working. So lots of activations for light workers, lots of activations for non-light workers as well. So if they choose to become light workers, they can. You don't have to be anything special to be a light worker. You just have to want to serve. You just have to want to give back. You want to see humanity rise and evolve. That's it. So then after that, we have Mercury going direct today as well. So it's entering its post-shadow phase. So we're still not quite out of that energy yet, but this is the ending, the closing down of that retrograde energy. So we're having this last bout of miscommunications, this last little bit of time to be able to reassess our past lives, past karma, past memories, stuff like that. Those things have been coming up over the last month that we've been in Mercury retrograde, but now it's starting to close out. We're being given the opportunity to move forward from those past experiences and things that are being brought back up. So there may be a little bit of technological difficulties at this time as well as this energy closes out. But after it's all said and done, this is really bringing positive movement forward, removal of blockages and obstacles. It's increasing our magnetic attraction and our manifestation abilities. So you're going to experience miracles, luck, abundance moving forward. This is really a huge energy shift, bringing major transformation. And it's not just Mercury, it's all of these factors combined. And then on August 8th, we have the Lionsgate portal, which is already beginning to open, but it's peaking on the 8th. And the Lionsgate portal is when Sirius aligns with the Earth and rises with the sun in Leo, streaming these light codes of peace, harmony, and balance from Sirius. This also causes an alignment of Orion the Orion constellation with the pyramids. And this signified in ancient Egyptian times the infinite cycle of abundance as the Nile would rise and bring abundance to the land. So 8 itself also represents infinity and abundance. And this is very much linked to cycles of time and how we manifest and create through this evolutionary process. We are coming to the completion of this rebirth cycle. I've been seeing imagery a lot of phoenixes rising. So we're rising from the ashes, being reborn, transmutation, infinite rebirth cycles. So this is never ending. The phoenix never actually truly dies. It's always just reborn, reimagined, reignited. I've also been seeing references to the new Valley of the Sun. Now, I believe that is in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm going to go into this in a second as well, but I'll come back to that. So this 8/8 Lionsgate energy is very much about the heart. Like when we think about a lion, we think about lion-hearted. It's very heart-centered energy. It's going to increase and bring to us heart healing, expansion, activations, heart-centered energy. It's all connected to that lion heart. It's also bringing third eye awakenings and kundalini transmissions and activations. So if you have been closed down in your consciousness, in your mind, or been blocking out your ability to see psychically due to fear, this is really going to shake things up it's in the best possible way. So we're going to receive psychic downloads of information. These are streaming in the form of photonic light codes, and these codes are absorbed into our energetic system and then integrated into our physical body through DNA shifts and activations. And this is bringing about this actual physical evolution of the human species. So this is really, really big stuff. Now, this also might be a time for visitations because Sirius is very much linked to, Sirians. And these are cosmic family of ours. Aliens, if you want to call them that. I don't like the term aliens because it's a little bit derogative. It's a little bit hurtful. It's got these negative connotations that have been enforced upon it by the fear-based society's perception of what an outsider would be. But these are cosmic family. They're not aliens. They are part of us, and we are part of them. And they care about us because we are connected to them. Intricately connected to all of our cosmic family. So anything that happens to us influences them, and anything that happens to them influences us. We're all connected. So right now, around the 8/8 Lionsgate, we may have more connection to our cosmic family. They may present themselves in more physical or tangible ways. So this can happen in various different ways. We can do dream state connections through meditation or physical visitations such as UFO sightings. So this actually stems back to what I was talking about earlier with the Phoenix, Arizona, New Valley of the Sun. I've been seeing that a lot synchronistically, and I just remembered recently that Phoenix, Arizona was the location of the Phoenix Lights, of course, and that was one of the most well-known UFO sightings that we have to date. So this is interesting to me that these connections are coming forward, especially after what I was talking about in one of my previous energy update videos about Chico Xavier and his predictions of disclosure and the advancement of the human civilization and human evolution in relation to our cosmic connections. So yeah, something to keep in mind. I don't know necessarily if it's going to have to do with Arizona itself or if it's just the reference to those UFO sightings, but there's definitely energy portals in Arizona as well. I know Sedona has a lot of energy portals. So it's interesting to see what will occur in those regions, or if you live in those regions, let me know if you're experiencing anything, because I've been picking up on this for a couple of days now, and it's exciting stuff. So next up, we have July 17th to August 24th being the Perseids meteor shower. This year, the peak falls on the night of August 12th and the dawn before August 13th. So these meteor showers are really bringing in a lot of light code energy as well. So we've got light codes streaming in from these, from Sirius, from all this. We're just receiving so much high frequency information right now. These are huge shifts in consciousness sparked by this energy coming in. And one of those is these falling stars, these meteors. And I remember one time I was driving home, and I saw this huge shooting star, and I swear it wasn't like it burnt up in the sky over, the atmosphere. It was like right in front of me, just over the top of one of the buildings that I was driving past. Like, it was right there, and it was huge. And I don't know if anybody else saw it, but I kind of slammed on the brakes as I was driving it because it shocked me. And I remember thinking in that instant, that was an angel. And at that time in my life, I was going through the beginning stages of my awakening, and I didn't really know like a quarter of what I know now, not even a quarter. And so for me to intuitively pick up on like that was an angel, and now knowing what I know, I understand that this was correct in a sense, that this was an angelic light being presenting itself, coming down and grounding into the earth to impart this activation of spiritual knowledge and light codes. And so after that point in my life, things really sped up. After I saw that meteor, everything exponentially got faster. I followed my heart, things shifted in my life, big major changes, breakups happened, moves happened, leaving jobs, starting new jobs, all of these different things happened after I saw that meteor. So this is really significant for us and for me as well. Well, we're all one, right? So if it's significant for me, it's probably significant for you as well. And we are all moving forward very, very quickly. Now, this can present itself as chaos. And I have been seeing and hearing the word chaos a lot. So when I hear something repeatedly or I see something repeatedly, especially if I feel an intuitive nudge towards it, I write it down. And chaos, I looked up and we all know what chaos means, but there's always additional information if you Google something for the meaning. That's what I find. And I found that it represents disorder, disarray, disorganization, confusion, disruption, uproar, upheaval, commotion, and turmoil. So all of these things can be what's going on within us as we go through these changes, or what we're experiencing or seeing around us as the world, as a collective, goes through these changes. The physics meaning of chaos is behavior so unpredictable as to appear random, owing to great sensitivity to small changes in conditions. And at a larger scale, it is the formless matter supposed to have existed before the creation of the universe. And chaos theory is a part of mathematics. It looks at certain systems that are very sensitive. A very small change may make the system behave completely differently. Very small changes in the starting position of a chaotic system make a big difference after a while. So what we're experiencing right now kind of plays into that chaos theory where everything is connected and all of these little butterfly effects, if you want to call them that, are taking place right now. All of these little changes, all of these little shifts that we've experienced are now culminating into these massive collective shifts. So what we've done individually as light workers on our own spiritual journey is now having this trickle-down effect into the rest of the collective, and the consciousness of the human collective is rising. So what that can do is bring out a little bit of the darkness, or make us more aware of the darkness. So as we rise, it can seem paradoxical that we are experiencing more darkness, but I'll get to that later. What I've been seeing are dice. So I've been seeing black with white dots of dice, or white with black dots and dice. So dice, to me, they represent chance, random. Again, this links back to chaos theory. But with dice, there is an underlying predictability and order. As you roll them, you can begin to predict how they will fall. And it's not like they're completely random in that you have a set amount of numbers that you're working with. And so there is some level of control there. Also, the black and the white represents yin and yang. So it's the balancing of this dualistic energy, this light and dark. In the underlying order of those two opposites, there is balance. This is what duality is ultimately all about. It's not about right or wrong, light or dark. It's about the balance between the two and finding that inner centeredness within ourselves and thus reflecting that around into the collective. So what I've also been seeing is Ammonite and the Fibonacci sequence. So Ammonite are these fossils of creatures that they actually still exist today. They're living fossils, but we have actual fossilized specimens as well. And Ammonite is very powerful. It's an earth healing fossil that holds this ancient knowledge. Through the spiral system, energy flow is converted from negative to positive. It's a powerful karmic cleanser, and it stimulates the flow of chi, prana, mana, reiki, energy, whatever you want to call it. It stimulates this natural flow, this natural system. Ammonite also symbolizes rebirth. So again, we have these symbols of rebirth coming forward to confirm that we are going through this process and completing this in a very cyclical nature as it relates to evolution. And this is perfection. This is the underlying order, the golden ratio, the sacred geometry. It is the spiral nature of the universe and energy that increases our growth, and through our transformation, we are experiencing continual change and evolution. So the chambers within the shell of an ammonite help regulate the airflow or the energy flow, which is linked to self-stabilization. So it's a self-stabilizing mechanism, self-regulation, and this is very much symbolic of what we're doing right now. We're finding our inner balance through our own cyclical evolution through these sequences and coming into this place of balance within. And this fossil also represents Kundalini activation and life path energies. So we're very much being put on the right path. We are on the right path, and we are being activated in completely new and profound ways. So the Fibonacci sequence, if you don't know what it is, it's a set of numbers that starts with 0 followed by 1 and proceeds based on the rule that each number is equal to the sum of the two preceding numbers. So it goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, and on into infinity. So each part is combined with the one before it. And I think this is really significant for where we're at right now, because everything that we've learned is being compiled into where we're moving forward into. So everything, all of the karmic past stuff that's coming up is coming up for us to release what we don't need and to integrate what we do need. And that is what we're taking forward. That is what we are evolving into, and that is what is assisting us in this evolutionary process. I also think it's significant that the last number that it said in the post that I looked up was 144, which is the Lightworker activation, the 144,000, the infinite nature of these 144,000 is very much at the forefront here, is the fact that we are infinite beings. We know this, we remember this, and we are activating this knowledge in a very physical way through these upgrades of ascension. So the Fibonacci sequence also represents progression. It's compiling knowledge and wisdom for exponential growth and expansion, like I was just saying. And it's this predictability of sequence. It's predictable change. It's found everywhere in nature. It's a very simple pattern. It's the building block of the natural world. And it represents this fractal nature of reality. All is infinite, therefore all is one. Again, we have this paradox. How can it be infinite if it's one thing, right? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So you are the universe looking at itself. Everything is mirrors within mirrors, circles within circles, infinite spirals, and everything is connected. So what I've been picking up on also through this 144 and this mirror is mirror DNA and 144 activations. So this is karmic clearing that is activating new DNA codes within our physical body. So our body is now able to hold more light. We are forming new neural pathways in our brain. We have heightened states of sensitivity. So allow for these adjustments to happen. These small changes are leading to massive global shifts. So really honor your own process and the process of people around you and society at large. So here we are back again at the paradoxical nature of the universe. When we increase our light quotient, we experience more darkness, or we can experience more darkness. And this is kind of the law of balance. That's that duality again. So as we increase our ability to hold light, anything that is of a lower vibrational nature will be brought to the surface to be released, as it can no longer exist within this higher vibrational consciousness. So this is now happening at a physical, global scale. So just be calm, everybody. Remain calm through this seemingly chaotic period, and find the underlying peace within that. So another paradox can be related to the law of attraction. When we want for nothing, everything comes to us freely. It seems counterintuitive, but ultimately it works. And that's exactly what a paradox is. It's a seemingly absurd or self-contradictory statement or proposition that, when investigated or explained, may prove to be well-founded. And that's exactly what this is all about. The whole nature of reality in the universe is paradoxical. So it's very much up to us to keep the faith that these changes that are taking place are divinely guided, and they are in alignment with the overall divine plan for humanity's greatest and highest good. Our evolution as a species is fully underway, and our spiritual evolution is advancing as planned. I've been seeing a lot of 555, 222, 111. Fives represent massive change. So in triplicate, this is compounded change, things that are happening quickly, and it's divinely guided. 222 is the master builder number, the architect of reality. It is also about balance, duality, inner peace, and faith, trusting in the process. And these ones represent the new beginning. Keeping your thoughts positive as well, because the manifestation capabilities right now are extremely heightened. So you want to be sure that the thoughts that you are emitting, the frequencies that you are emitting as well, are of a balanced and harmonious nature based in trust, love, unconditional faith, and positivity, because those frequencies are what you will get mirrored back to you, because again, everything is a mirror. So stay within your heart center at this time. Really focus on breathing and meditation exercises if you feel called to that. Spending time in nature and connecting to the natural rhythms of life is very, very grounding and protective. For myself, I've been very much guided to get out into the forests, to connect with the water as well. So streams, creeks, lakes, oceans, really putting myself in the water, as I am a water sign. That is my form of grounding. It's also very purifying, very cleansing. So if you feel called to do that, I highly encourage you to do so, as long as you stay safe, Make sure that you're not just wandering off into the forest alone. So in times of change, right now, it is of utmost importance, again, like I said, to trust the process. Find the underlying order beneath the chaos. Shift your perspective from why is this happening to me to this is happening for me. How can I grow from this? Or what is this teaching me? Or what have I learned from this? And then compound that knowledge to move forward in the sequence of evolution. All right, guys, so that's it for today. If you guys would like to book a private reading with me or a Reiki healing session, all of the information will be in the description box below. Just send me an email at siomcg41@outlook.com. I have enjoyed so much interacting with all of the new clients, doing the readings and the healings especially. I am fascinated with the healings. Every single one has been different. Every single one has been profoundly significant in the just the level of information that's coming through for the individual, for myself, for the collective. It's fascinating. And I hope one day to be able to actually compile some of the Reiki session information and share that with you guys if I get consent from the clients. So thank you so much for listening, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a light worker. I always share this information with the highest intention. I hope that you receive it from that place. Always remember to take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Stay in your heart center, guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I honor you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you next time.